What's up everyone? A frequently asked question: should we keep succulents in single pots or should we make arrangements? Now guys, each has its own benefit and disadvantage. If you're going to ask my advice, it all depends upon your environment and climate and the kind of place that you have. For example, if you have a rare succulent that is not commonly found and you want to keep it safe, then put it in a single pot. Do not add it into an arrangement. Now, making of an arrangement is a fantastic idea, especially if you have very less space. You can accommodate more succulents in one pot, but there are some conditions. For example, if I have to give you my example, as you all know, I belong to an environment that is very dry. Plus, all of my succulents are on the rooftop, so there is a lot of air circulation with a good amount of warmth from the sun. Now, because of this, I don't have much issues of keeping a lot of succulents together. Even if they are very compact, there's not much of an issue. But let's say if you are from an environment that is very humid, or you have a very small balcony and you have made a very compact arrangement. Now, what's going to happen is that if it's a very small balcony, probably you don't get a lot of direct sunlight. Apart from that, the air circulation is very important. There is going to be limited air circulation, due to which it can infest mealybugs, aphids, or any other insects or fungus. Because the most important thing is, one, there has to be a good amount of air circulation. Secondly, there has to be a good amount of warmth from the direct morning sunlight. There has to be an ample amount of space for the succulents to breathe, even if they are in the same pot. So if you have a rare succulent, do not add it in an arrangement. Try to keep it in a single pot. Most of the times I keep my succulents in single pots, as you can see over here, but I also tend to make arrangements, especially if I have to gift it to someone, or if I don't have much space and I'm trying to propagate it. I'll try to put them together. So most of the times the succulents that I put together are the succulents that I have in a good number. I usually tend to keep the rare succulents in individual pots, so that in case if something goes wrong in that arrangement, they do not get affected. So they are always kept aside. So the most important thing, if you're making an arrangement, ensure you are from an environment that is dry. Let's say even if you are from a humid environment, but the next thing that you have to keep in mind is that there is a good amount of air circulation. You receive a good warmth from the sun, because when there is a good amount of air circulation, where there is a good amount of warmth, a lot of times these mealybugs, aphids, or even for that matter any deadly fungus will not be able to thrive. Ideally, the fungus, mealybugs, pests, these prefer environment that is humid, that is moist, that has restricted airflow. That is where usually the fungus and other pests tend to get activated and they start to multiply. Now luckily I live on a rooftop. There is ample amount of air, plus the air is dry. My soil mix is very loose, porous. There is hardly any nutrition in the soil, very minimal that is required for the succulent. So all of these things together have worked out really well. So even if I make a very compact arrangement like this was not very compact. It had a lot of space, but over the period of time, this arrangement has started to mature. And you can see now there is hardly any space left, but still there are no mealybugs, no scale insects, or no aphids, or any kind of deadly fungus among them, not even the powdery mildew, because there is a lot of air circulation. Apart from that, the air is also very dry. The soil does not have much of, or the soil is not very organic rich, that is going to promote any kind of fungus. So all of these things together keeps my succulents away from any kind of diseases or illness or pest or fungus. So if you are planning to start succulents, or if you have already got into succulents, ensure if you have a small balcony with limited airflow, with limited sunlight, please keep your succulents in individual pots. They look beautiful. It's not that only arrangements are going to make your succulent look beautiful. Even if you keep them in single pots as well, they look absolutely stunning. So because once the arrangement gets affected with mealybugs or scale insects or any kind of fungus, it is extremely difficult to get rid of it. You most probably will have to take out the succulents, or you'll have to do a lot of cuttings, because it's very easy for mealybugs and scale insects to hide in between the succulents, and it's almost impossible to get rid of them. So you might end up destroying the entire arrangement. So rather than doing that, it's always better to prevent such a situation. I know a lot of people who have these issues wherein they have made arrangements and then all of a sudden there is an infestation and everything starts to fall apart. So to be on the safer side, keep each succulent in a single pot. I know that is going to take up a lot of space, but if that is going to save your succulents from any kind of attack, then that is the best option you can go. Or else, if you're lacking space, then go for smaller pots. Remember, I showed you those plastic pots, those tiny 2-inch, less than 2-inch pots. You can use those. You can make a shelf and then you can keep them, because those pots are so tiny that you can keep plenty of them together. It won't be any issue. So that's it for today, guys. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep planting.